Okay, so we are going to look for today unit 1, concept of OOP. In the domain of computer science, or you can say the information technology, OOP has a meaning object oriented programming. When we say object oriented, or you can say the OOP, you may be heard many of the times like during the sessions of industry 4.0 or any other technical part, right? So you might have heard about OOP concept, OOP and other things. So what are those OOP? OOP is nothing but object oriented programming. Okay. Uh, okay. So we are going to look those OOPS concept, object oriented, and how it is differ from the procedural language. We are going to look here in this chapter, concept of OOP. The objective set for this chapter, that objective, that means what you should gain after the end of this chapter. So you should get the basic concept of object oriented programming. See, there are some features, and for which of the features you should call it as a this belongs to object oriented program, this belongs to procedural language, this belongs to some middle level language or interpreter level language. Okay, so there are some like features that possesses by that programming language. And if you able to know, like I will take one example here. Inheritance is the feature of this object oriented programming language. If I'm able to implement inheritance in a programming language, so I can easily say the that language maybe a Java language or C# .NET language or this C++ language. We call them as a object oriented programming. But if you see the case in terms of like uh, in terms of what you can say, the language which doesn't which not possess this inheritance part, so such process or such language, we called it as a procedural language. The example is C programming that we have seen in the last review. So in the C program, we cannot able to make inheritance. That means like having the properties of one method into the other method. Okay, so that is why the C programming language, we called it as, yes, the procedural language. It executes step-by-step instruction, and uh, here the some features are added in the C programming language, or also it called it as a extended C, right? And also we know like the concept C++, that plus plus is nothing but the increment into the C. That is why it called it as a C++ language. So there are many more like the terms extension of C language, or you can say the extended C, but most commonly it is known as C++ language. Okay, so with this introduction of the first unit, concept of OOP, we will now go with the contents. The review of OOP, that means what are the principles. See, the points are different like principles, and the review, ultimately both are the same points. The review as well as here uh, the principles of OOP, both are the same. Okay, now when we move towards the part of this review of OOPs, so it includes these facilities, these functionalities, or you can say the principles: encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, class, objects. Okay, as of now, you have not gone through any of this concept. Neither you have gone through object or encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, or the class. What we have gone through in the C program is we are having simply a method, and we are executing the methods, or we are having the functions, and the functions are called into the main method. बरोबर का? Are you remembering? ऑब्जेक्ट, एनकॅप्सुलेशन, ऍब्स्ट्रॅक्शन, पॉलिमॉर्फिझम, इनहेरिटन्स आणि क्लास ह्या कन्सेप्ट आपण आधी बघितल्यात का सी प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेज मध्ये? येस, एनीवन यू कॅन रिप्लाय. हॅव यू सीन दिस कन्सेप्ट? हॅलो, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so have you seen this, any of the concept, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, class, object?
No.
Right, but what we have seen, see, in now a very basic feature in the OOPS is what we are having, or we are implementing all those things with the help of the class. Whereas in the C programming language, we used to implement the program with the help of main method. बरोबर का? Have you remembering it?
Yes, sir.
Right. For the implementation, we are having what? The main method in the C program. Without main method, we cannot execute the program, right? So similarly here, we are having the class, and every class has the objects, and these are the features like encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance. But what is the basic necessity to implement a program in this object-oriented programming is we should have one class, and every class has at least one object to access the methods. Now we have seen the main method or the function in C programming. So what is the syntax for a main method? Yes, can anybody tell me? I will write it here. Yes, tell me, what is the syntax of main method in C program? So very basic thing, you should not be remember all those things. त्याच्यासाठी एक we have one basic format, how to define a method or a function. See, every function or method has a return type. Return, I will write it here, syntax first, return type. Then we have method name or the function name. And we have open and close curly bracket, right? Here you may pass the parameters. This is what the optional field. Okay, it is what? It's an optional field. And what does it optional field contains? Okay. Yes, what does this optional field contains? It contains the parameters or the arguments. Right. So based on this, yes, based on this, we have 4 different types of methods or the function. The function which have the return type without parameters, return type with parameters. This is 2 types. The function which will not return any value, that means a void. We call it as a void data type. Void, name of the method, and with parameters and without parameters. Right. So ultimately we are having these 4. And what we are doing here? Open and close curly bracket. What does it means? This we call it as a open. Okay. As I mentioned here, 2/. What does it indicate? This indicate comments. Okay, are you remembering this? Hello. 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 Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. So are you remembering this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what I have given the general syntax for writing any of the method. We have seen a very basic method in the C programming language, and what was that method? Main method. So if you go through this syntax, okay, I will repeat it again here. So return type other than void, all are the return type which will return some value. This void data type is not returning any value. Okay, if you write it here integer, so when you write integer, this open and close curly bracket, it should have this return statement. Okay, but if you have written this void data type, so it will not return any of the value. Okay, now the method name, we have seen the basic method in the C is main, void main, and here it is optional. Most of the time you find like this way: void main, open and close curly bracket. In this open and close curly bracket, you are going to write some code like declaring, initializing the variable, declaration of the variable, and printing the values for the variables, right? Similarly, we are having, this is what we are implementing each and every part in the C programming language with the help of this main method. And if you check the basic necessity to execute a program in C programming language, it should have one function. And what is that function or the method? Is main method or the main function. Okay, without this you cannot implement a program in C, right? Now in C++, here we are having the class. Instead of now methods, we should write a code into the class, and class includes the those methods, right? Main method or any methods that you have created in the program. Now to access the members of those methods or the functions, for every class we are having the object. Okay, इथपर्यंत समजलंय का? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now good. Now can you tell me what are the different types of softwares we are having with the programming? Yes, are you remembering? Or can you define me what is program? Yes, who will define what is program? Yes, who will define what is program? In last lecture, we have gone through the brief review. Yes, anyone?
A set of instructions.
Correct. Set of instructions which are executing one after the other. We call this as a program. Now, after this, can you tell me what are the different types of applications are can be built with the help of this programming language? We have system softwares and yes, application softwares. So system softwares are nothing but which directly interacts with the computer systems like operating system, compiler, or the interpreter. Okay, and what are those application softwares? The programs which are written by the user to help the softwares are called it as application software. Examples like this Zoom platform, or you can take any web application, are considered under this application softwares. Okay, now now we will see this concept. So can you note it down? Just now we have talked about class and the object. So I will repeat it. The class is a user defined prototype where objects of the class is being created, which is also represent the set of properties or the methods and it possesses the following you can say the properties like it the class is having the modifiers. Now access modifiers, so you maybe heard this term first time, access modifiers. See, now in C programming language we have gone through two levels. One are the local variables and other is yes global variable. If you okay, I will go back to this main function. See, if I declare here integer, okay, I will close now this syntax part. Okay, here integer, let's say a is declared, and now I'm going to assign some value to a variable as let's say 10. It is initialized. Okay, now when I write, okay, just a minute. Okay, when I say about this a variable, it is local. Local, why it is local? Because it don't have any access after this close curly bracket. Okay, this the value of a variable is not accessible beyond this close curly bracket. That means outside of this main method. So such type of variable is called as local variable. And now this local variable a variable is local to only main function. If I declared here, let's say hash define pi. Okay, hash define pi 3.14. Okay, now here I have defined the value of pi variable 3.14. Now this value of this pi variable, see a variable, I can give a name to that variable. Let's say instead of a, I can give here as ABCD or simply a single character. But there are certain rules for again defining the variables. It should not be start with yes number. Okay, so that is what the basic requirement for declaring the variables. Okay, so here I have initialized the pi variable and having the value 3.14. Now this variable pi, I can have access here. Let's say if I wish to print it in printf, and here I can write pi. Okay, So it will print the value of pi, that is 3.14. Outside this, if I have any function, okay, outside this curly bracket, close curly bracket of this main function, if I have any other function created here as like of this main function, so if I wish to implement wish to use this, the value of this pi variable, easily I can access it because I have defined this pi variable before the declaration of this main function. That means outside of this main function, and which is accessible to all the functions written after this statement. Okay, but I cannot have access the variable a outside this curly bracket because it is initialized here in the main function. Okay, so that is what it is considered under two part. One is the local and other is the global. The pi variable is considered it as a global. This a variable is considered it as a local. Okay, so this is the things with global and local. So similarly for class, we are having the access modifiers. And what are those access modifiers? Public, protected. Okay, as like of a function or a method, the class name, it should always be begin with the letter. Now one standard we should follow, the first letter of the name of class, it should be capital. Okay, this is some of the standards that we need to follow when we are writing the name of class. It should be in the first letter should be in the capital letter. Okay, then objects the body of this method, body of class is again with open and close curly bracket. See, this curly brackets are nothing but it defines the body of either it may be for method, it may be for function, or it may be there for the class. ज्यावेळेस ओपन आणि क्लोज कर्ली ब्रॅकेट यूज केलेले असतील आणि त्याच्या आधी जर सपोज मेथड लिहिलेली असेल, मेथडचं नाव किंवा फंक्शनचं नाव किंवा क्लास, आणि त्याच्यानंतर जर ओपन आणि क्लोज कर्ली ब्रॅकेट असतील, वी इंडिकेट्स or we should come to know this is the body of either it may be for the method, or it may be for the function, or it may be for the class. You should remember open and close curly bracket, it defines the body of that particular structure. मग ते स्ट्रक्चर एक तर तुमचं मेथड असेल, or it may be of your function, किंवा ते तुमचा क्लास डिफाइन केलेला असेल. Okay, now the second term here we are looking for the objects, right? Now what is the object? It is the basic unit in the object oriented program which represent the real life entities. Okay, object म्हणजेच काय? Entities which are possessing some properties, and every property is differentiate the object from each other. प्रत्येक ऑब्जेक्टला काय असतात, स्वतःच्या प्रॉपर्टीज असतात, आणि त्या प्रॉपर्टीज मुळे दोन ऑब्जेक्ट मध्ये काय होतं, आपण काय करू शकतो, डिफरन्स फाइंड आउट करू शकतो. Okay, so you should remember what is object. See, what is class? Class is a user defined prototype from which the objects are created. What is object? Object is a basic unit of object oriented programming which represents the real world entities and possess the properties. Now there is one more concept, object identity. So I think you might be noting down here the terminologies. Okay, okay, I will provide you the notes, but at least you should mark in your notebook. We have gone through the definition of class, then we have gone through the definition of this object. We have one more object in identity. Identity. Okay, object identity. Now what is object identity? Sorry. See, the identity which gives the unique name. See, identity in in a general way, what we called it as identity. Identity, that means which has some uniqueness. Now here what we are looking for, object identity. Now how the objects are unique in their way. So it gives the unique name to an object that enables one object to interact with the other objects. प्रत्येक ऑब्जेक्टला आपण काय करणार आहे, वेगळे नाव देणार आहे, so that it will be differentiate from the other object. And that is what we called it as a object identity. It gives the unique name to the object. Okay. Now we will be looking for the next encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and the polymorphism. इथपर्यंत समजलंय का ऑब्जेक्ट आणि क्लास? हॅलो, हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Now what is encapsulation? See, the encapsulation is nothing but it is wrapping up of the data under the single unit. It is the mechanism that binds code and the data. See, now there are two terms. It binds the code and the data. Now, can you define what is data?
Information.
Okay, see, one of you have mentioned it as information. Now, what is information? See, mostly this question is asked for your interviews. What is data and what is information? Now, one of you have told me data is information. Now, the question is, what is information? Yes, can anybody tell me what is information? Don't worry about it, whether it will be a correct or a wrong. See, it is not the point. What you know about it, or what you are having in your mind about the terminology data and the terminology of information, you just have to express it. Correct and wrong, we will see it later. Yes, who will tell me what is information? Anyone? Anyone from you? Okay, some of you have mentioned in the comment details about something. Okay, good. See, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now data is a raw material in a regular word. It's called it as a raw material. Now, a very basic to basic definition is जे लहान मुलांना in the sense below age of let's say 3 or 4 years, जे लहान मुलांना जे काही सगळं दिसतं, it is nothing but a data. Like the parents are also a data for them. जोपर्यंत त्याला आई किंवा पप्पा म्हणता येत नाही, तोपर्यंत त्या मुलासाठी किंवा त्या बाळासाठी जे काही सगळं दिसत असेल, इट इज अ डेटा. ज्यावेळेस देर इज अ प्रोसेस like someone is continuously telling that kid she is your mother, he is your father. जोपर्यंत त्याला त्या व्यक्तींना आई किंवा पप्पा म्हणायचं कळत नाही, किंवा अजून दुसरा कुठलाही असेल एखादी वस्तू, चॉक, पेन हे म्हणायचं जोपर्यंत कळत नाही, तोपर्यंत त्या बाळासाठी ती वस्तू काय असते, डेटा असतो. when it comes like if you ask the question chalk कुठे आहे, ज्यावेळेस ते बाळ दाखवेल तुम्हाला की this is a chalk, then it comes the information. What does it indicates? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when it comes to the point when that kid comes to know like the thing, we should call it as like chalk, board, bike and other thing. It is nothing but a process data, and that process data we call it as a information. Data is not information. Data म्हणजे information नाही, process data म्हणजे information. Okay. आणि नुसता डेटा म्हणजे काय, डेटा इज अ रॉ मटेरियल, is anything. See, when I write here okay, now I will move to slide this, or I will create one more slide here. See, when I write this only here, what is this? Hello?
C.
C. Now when you come to know this is a C, you have gone to some process like maybe in like third or fifth standard, you may come to know there are some 26 alphabets are in the small letters and there are 26 alphabets in the capital letters. So easily you come to know this is what a small c in the small alphabets. Okay, and then you come to know like I should call this as a C. But before this, जोपर्यंत हे तुम्हाला शिकवायचं होतं, this is what any symbol. मग तो it may be like this, or it may be like this, or it may be like this, or it may be like maybe okay this way. It may be like anything, any raw which don't before the processing, if it don't have any meaning, we call this as a data, or you can say the raw material. And like the meaning which we get after processing on that data, we call it as a information. राहील लक्षात तुमच्या? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. डेटा कशाला म्हणायचा आणि इन्फॉर्मेशन इज नथिंग बट अ प्रोसेस डेटा. मग डेटा कसा प्रोसेस करणार? सो देर आर हॅव्हिंग सर्टन टेक्निक्स टू प्रोसेस द डेटा. सो लाईक दिस इज वॉट collecting all the letters all together to form some word which gives the meaning of electrical, like in this sense. So this is about data and the information. Now we were on this encapsulation. See, now encapsulation, it binds the code and the data together, okay, to perform the certain task. It is also the protective shield which prevents the data from being accessed by the code outside the shield. Outside the shield म्हणजेच काय की outside from the other class. Okay. एनकॅप्सुलेशन कशासाठी यूज करतात? जी मेथड तुम्ही किंवा जो क्लास तुम्ही डिफाईन केलाय ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेज मध्ये, तो क्लास दुसऱ्या क्लासमध्ये किंवा त्या क्लासचे जे काही प्रॉपर्टीज असतील, मेथड्स असतील, हे दुसऱ्या क्लासमध्ये ऍक्सेस होऊ नये याच्यासाठी एनकॅप्सुलेशन हे टर्म यूज केली जाते. आले लक्षात थोडक्यात? Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is theoretical part. Maybe in the next lecture we'll go with the program. So there are also, I will explain once again how this is encapsulation, how this is inheritance, and how this is abstraction. Okay, but before this we should get the terms clear. Okay, आता सध्या आपण थोडंसं क्लिअर करून घेऊया, नंतर आपण प्रॅक्टिकल इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर विल गो थ्रू द प्रॅक्टिकल aspects. Sorry. The technically the term encapsulation, the variable, or you can say the data of the class is hidden from the other classes. That means, as like the functions we have seen in the program, like we can create multiple functions in a program and we can execute them all, right? But the data from one function, it should not be shared with the other function. That is what we called here as a term encapsulation. Also, in other words, the data in the class is hidden from the other class. Also, it called it as a data hiding mechanism. This encapsulation is also called it as a data hiding mechanism. See, you should note it down. The terms we have seen: class, then we have seen object, then we have seen object identity. Now we are looking for encapsulation. In encapsulation, we have gone through two different terms. What are those? Data and the information. What is data? What is information? Now, encapsulation is also called it as a data hiding mechanism. Okay. समजतायत का हे आत्ताचे जे काही तीन टर्म्स घेतलेले आपण?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,